Hey guys, Muncheez here, and welcome to another Final Fantasy VII Rebirth video. And in this video, I'm kind of going to go over how to use synergy abilities and the difference between synergy abilities and synergy skills. So a good friend of mine asked me kind of exactly how these work. The game kind of goes over it, but not too much as to put their foot down on it. They're pretty important, in my opinion. They have lots of great uses, especially if you're having troubles with certain fights and whatnot. So the first thing I want to point out, there are synergy skills and synergy abilities. I don't know why they decided to name them both with the same word, but they're synergy skills, which are the skills that you are able to use without consuming ATB when you're holding down your guard key. These essentially have absolutely nothing to do with the synergy abilities, other than if you get a move off or whatever, you build ATB. But other than that, they do not affect your synergy abilities in any way. Now, for the synergy abilities, and if you want to use them, the first thing I want to point out about them is the battery gauges under every one of your character's frames. So every time you consume an ATB, so if you use a move as so I have Barrett here, he's going to use a move that uses 2 ATB. As you can see, he gained 2 out of the 5 battery bars. So every time you consume an ATB action, whether it be an item or a skill or anything that consumes ATB, you will build this little battery gauge. So once you've consumed the proper amount of ATB, so as you can see here in this slide, I consumed 3 ATB bars with Cloud and 3 with Tifa. And now after you hit X, your synergy abilities thing should be highlighted. And when you go into the menu, you can use the synergy abilities with said characters. Now, all these characters have different synergy things. You'll eventually be able to do most of them between all of the characters. They don't all go with Cloud. So there's different types. The Hourglass Extends Stagger, the yellow gear with the arrows, levels your limit +1. So when you get your limit, you can use a higher level limit. The ATB bar ones, they don't generally attack the enemy, nor do they do damage. They just split your ATB into 3 between the two. So for example, if I were to use this one between Cloud and Barrett would have their ATB bars split into 3, which allows you to take action sooner. And the last one is the Infinity sign, the purple one. This one's great for hard mode because you can't use items in hard mode. But this one essentially gives you an infinite MP buff for a certain amount of time. So if you're using the yellow gear with the arrows in it to level up your limit break, so on the bottom right hand side of your screen, you'll have your limit gauges. And if it has 1 bar next to the limit gauge, you'll be able to use a level 2. And if you have 2 bars, you'll be able to use a level 3 limit break on the next availability. So just to reiterate and put it in a nutshell, synergy skills and synergy abilities, completely different from one another. If you want to use Tifa and Cloud, you consume ATB with Tifa and Cloud until you fill their battery meters on the bottom right hand side to whatever you need. And once you get it, your synergies will be highlighted as so, and you can just pick which one you want to do and you just execute it. And it's just important to note that once you do the command once, if you want to use the same command again in the same fight, it will cost more ATB. Well, that pretty much sums it up. If there's still any confusion about this, I know that this is probably one of the most essential systems in the game. I feel like they should have probably gone over it a little bit more or created more encounters where they kind of like required you to do these things. But yeah, hopefully this video helps some of you guys who were probably confused like my buddy and weren't too sure how to use them exactly. But this is how you use them. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.